So the previous class we have learned force exerted on a moving charge in a current carrying conductor, and also learned what is the magnitude of the force exerted on a moving charge on a conductor, and which is obtained as F is equal to Q into V B sin theta, and this is the magnitude of force exerted on a moving charge in a conductor. And now here we are going to describe how the motion of a moving charge in a magnetic field. If a moving charge is entering into an external magnetic field, what will be the force exerted on that moving charge with the influence of the external field. And let us see the first case. The first case we have seen that when a moving charge is entering along or opposite direction of the magnetic field. So if an external magnetic field is applied, then if this is the direction of the external magnetic field applied, and when a charge is moving along the direction of the magnetic field or moving opposite to the direction of magnetic field, and what will be the force exerted on the moving charge by the magnetic field, the external magnetic field applied there. If a moving charge is moving along the direction of magnetic field, that means if theta is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree, okay, if theta is the angle between the magnetic field and the velocity of the moving charge is 0 degree or 180 degree. If it is 0 degree, then the charge is moving along the direction of magnetic field. If the theta is 180 degree, then it will be opposite to the direction of magnetic field. So whichever case it is, the velocity vector, we know that when we talk about this moving charge in a magnetic field, so we need to consider the velocity of the moving particle, and the velocity has two components, which is v sin theta and v cos theta. So if the angle theta is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree, if it is 0 degree, then the velocity component is v cos theta, and if it is 180 degree, same, it is the direction only changed, okay, which is opposite to the direction of magnetic field. So in whichever case, if it is 0 degree, then the value of v cos theta is equal to 0, and if it is 180 degree, then still the value of v cos theta is equal to 0. Then both cases, the force exerted on the charge by the magnetic field is 0. That means no force is exerted on the charge which is entering into the external magnetic field applied here. So the direction of the path of this moving particle will be in a straight line. So we may say that. So here in both cases the F is equal to 0. The second case. And second case we are going to consider that if the angle theta is equal to 90 degree, that means if the angle theta is equal to 90 degree means that the charged particle is entering to the magnetic field perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. And in the previous cases, when we talk about this force on a moving charge on a current carrying conductor, we found that if the velocity vector is and the magnetic field, direction of magnetic field is makes right angle to each other, then the force exerted on the particle will be, or the charge will be maximum. So in that case, if here the charge is entering to the magnetic field. So here a charge Q, the magnitude of the charge is Q, positive Q, and which is entering to this magnetic field, and here it is along the direction of the magnetic field. So that means the velocity vector is in the same direction of the magnetic field. So that means no force is exerted, and when this charge is again enters perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field, then the force exerted on the charge will be maximum. If the force exerted on the charge will be maximum, then what happens? And this force will exerted, and from this direction itself we can see that the force is exerted towards the center of this circle here. And how does this circular path is? Circle is formed when these charges is entering to the magnetic field, external magnetic field here. So what happens? The force exerted to the particle is depends upon the angle between the direction of the magnetic field and the velocity vector of the particle. So as we say that the velocity vector, okay, two components we need to consider here, that is the cos component and sine component of velocity. And as the angle changes, then what happens? The velocity or the force exerted on the moving charge is differed. As the velocity, as the value of theta or the angle between the direction of magnetic field and the moving charge is increasing, then the force exerted on also will increase. So accordingly, what will happen? This force is acting towards the center of the circle. So that, and whose radius is r here. The radius of this circle is r here. That means when as the particle moves or enter into the magnetic field here, so then the particle is the force exerted towards the center. So the particle keep on moving as it reaches here. See here we can say that this is the direction of the magnetic field, and here see the angle between this velocity vector and here is theta. It is below than 90. Then a force is exerted on the particle. As it again moves here, okay, the particle is pulled towards the center of the circle. As it moves again, then again here the angle between this magnetic field and the velocity vector become maximum. That means 90 degree. So a maximum force will be exerted on the particle. So as it moves, then what happens? As it moves forward, then it follows a circular path. So this circle is formed. So when this particle is moving, so the force is exerted on the particle differ at a different angle, so that it follows a circular path. A circle is formed here whose radius is r. Then what will be the magnitude of that force? We know that the force exerted on a moving charge F is equal to QVB sin theta. And if the value of sine is 90 degree here, so we write V Q into VB sine 90 degree. So the value of 90 degree, sine 90 is equal to 1. So that the force exerted on the moving charge will be Q into V into B. So when the charged particle entering into a external magnetic field, then the force exerted on that moving charge is Q into V into B. So it depends upon the magnitude of the charge and the velocity and the magnetic field played here. As the particle moves forward, then it follows it describes a circular path. And the circular path, the force exerted on the moving charge is always towards the center of the circle. Centripetal force is acting on the moving charges in this case. So here the force exerted by the magnetic field here FB can also be written as the centripetal force. That means the force exerted by the magnetic field and the centripetal force also will be same. F is equal to FB is equal to FC. what happens when a charged particle moves at right angle to the magnetic field? That means theta is equal to 90 degree. So we will get the value of what is the maximum when the charged particles moves or enter into the magnetic field right angle to the direction of magnetic field, whose value is, we already calculated that Q into V into B. Then FB, that is the force exerted by the magnetic field, is equal to QVB when the charge entering to the magnetic field right angle to the direction of the magnetic field. What is the value of centripetal force? That is mv square divided by. And from this equation, and we can calculate the radius of this circular path. Okay, so this V and V can be cancelled, and therefore the value of R is equal to, what will be the value of R? R is equal to mv divided by q. So the radius of the circular path can be calculated from this equation, that is R is equal to m into V divided by q into B. This R is equal to directly proportional to V. That means R is equal to directly proportional to V. So that means if a charged moving particle is entering to the magnetic field with a great velocity, a large velocity, then it describes a large, or it describes a circular path having large radius. So that means as the velocity of the moving particle, moving charge is increasing, then the radius of the path that follows also will be increased. And now we can find out this time period of this circular path. What is the time period? The time taken to complete the one circulation of the moving charge along the circular path. Then how we can calculate the time period? The time period can be written as t, and what is its the total distance, or the distance traveled by the charged particle to complete its one cycle, that is its circumference of the circle, that is 2 pi r divided by v. So here in this equation we can substitute the value of r. What is the value of r? So we can write 2 pi divided by v into m into v divided by qd. Then v and v can be cancelled. So what we will get? We will get 2 pi m divided by q into v is the time period of the moving charge along the circular path when the moving charge entering to the magnetic field right angle to the direction of the magnetic field. The time period does not depend upon the radius of the circular path and the velocity of the circular path. The third case we are going to consider the angle between the magnetic field and the velocity of the particle is any angle other than 0, 90 and 180 to the field. So here let us consider a charge y, z and x direction, and the velocity component is v. So when we consider a moving charge is entering to the magnetic field at an angle other than 0 degree, 90 degree and 180 degree. So at any other angle, then what happens to the moving path of that moving charged particles? So here we can see that the velocity of the particle. So here we need to consider the velocity of the particle at x component and y component. So the direction of the magnetic field is in this direction. So we need to consider the two components of the velocity, that is Vx and Vt. So what the due to Vx component, V cos theta, as taken is due to Vy, that is equal to V sin theta. Okay, V cos theta and V sin theta. These two components we need to consider. The previous cases we have already seen that the velocity component or cos component of velocity is always 0, or the force exerted on the moving charge along the direction of magnetic field is always 0. So we say that Vx, at Vx, what is the value of the f is equal to 0. Then what is the value of f when we consider the sine component of velocity. That means the angle is other than 0, 90 and 180 degree of the magnitude of the force exerted. You know that for a single charge it is Q into V sin theta into the force exerted on the moving charge Q into V sin theta into V sin 90. So then in that case, if the value of sin 90 is equal to 1, then what will be the total force exerted on the charge? That is Q into V sin theta. So the total force exerted on the moving charge will be when the particle is moving other than 0 degree, 90 degree and 180 degree. So the moving charge has two kinds of motion here, and the Vx, okay, then there is a linear motion, okay, and through the Vx, so then that means when the angle between the magnetic field and the velocity vector is 0, 90 or 180. Okay, if it is 0, then what happens? And it has a linear motion towards the direction of magnetic field. Okay, it moves towards the direction. Then if it is 90 degree or other than 90 degree, then what happens? And this particle has a circular motion too, as we said before. Okay, so it has a circular motion too. There's two kinds of motion here, a linear motion, at the same time it has a circular motion. Okay, and the linear motion is due to the x component of the velocity component of the particle, and this circular motion is responsible by the vertical or the y component of the velocity. Okay, so then two kinds of motion at the same time, a linear motion and a circular motion, and so therefore this path followed by the charged particle is known as a helical path. The radius of this path is from the mean point to, okay, this is the radius of the path here. And now from this equation also we can find out, calculate. So, and if it is a circular motion, then the force exerted on the particle will be towards the center of the circle. Okay, and then if it is towards the center of the circle, then there will be a centripetal force acting on the particle, and which is equal to the force exerted by the magnetic field. So therefore we can write FB is equal to FC. Then what is the value of F? Value for FB is equal to Q into V sin theta into V is equal to M into V sin theta whole square divided by R. So here V sin theta and V sin theta square will be cancelled. So what will be there? Therefore R is equal to M into V sin theta divided by Q into V. So this is the equation for the radius of the circular path followed by the charged particles when it is when the angle between the magnetic field and the velocity is other than 90 degree. And now from this value, now we can calculate the time period, the time taken to complete its one circular motion. So the time period can be calculated. T is equal to 2 pi r divided by, and 2 pi r divided by V. So what is V? V is V sin theta. Whereas for circular path we are considered the sine component of velocity only. So now, so if we substitute this value of r in this equation, so what will get? 2 pi divided by V sin theta into, what is the value of r? M V sin theta divided by Q into V. V sin theta and sin theta can be cancelled. So we get 2 pi M divided by time period for the particle, moving charge particle moving in a circular path other than the angle 90 degree is 2 pi m divided by q into v. And from this equation we can understand that. And this circular path followed by the charge particle is independent of velocity and the radius of the particle. Okay, so it has no connection with the velocity and the radius. And now, what is the pitch of this circular motion? What do you mean by pitch? Pitch is the distance travelled by the charged particle along the x-axis, x or vx. So that can be the pitch. P can be written as P is equal to, pitch is equal to the time period of the charged particle and the velocity component. So we can get what is the time period of this charged particle, that is 2 pi m divided by q into v cos theta. That means along the x direction. Distance travelled by the particle along the x direction is the pitch. That means the pitch of this moving charge particle will be the distance between two consecutive. Okay, this distance is known as pitch of the, is equal to 2 pi m divided by qb into v cos theta is the, and this is all about the motion of a charged particle in a external magnetic field.